The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the PPC 2019 Grand Finals between Yoschimidtsu, who will be our player 1 on the left today, and Cards of the Heart, who will be playing on the right as player 2. This is going to be on Intense, best of 7, and because Yoshimizu came from the winner's side, he's going to be 1 game up. Cards of the Heart is with us right now. He's probably not going to be saying anything, and looks like the games are going right into it. Or no, this is actually practice. Okay, so can they see Yoshimizu right now? Oh, we're on brackets. Oh, my bad. So I'm gonna go open the Twitch stream now just to make sure I'm following what we're actually looking at. So in the brackets, you should be able to see that it is indeed Yoshimizu and Cards of the Heart. They did play in the winners finals before, and Yoshimizu took a convincing 3-0 there. But their times are very close, and it's anyone's guess who's going to win. We had a brief discussion about this a little bit earlier. There was a prediction of 4-2 floated by our restreamer. He did not specify who the 4 and who the 2 is going to be. And by the way, that's our restreamer, George. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a cord problem here with my microphone. I'm back. Anyway, George is our restreamer, so big shout outs to George for setting this up for us.
No problem.
And let me see. Sorry, just getting the stream back up right now.
Well, so while Shane's setting up for that, hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart. I am here. Want to give a few thoughts before this match gets started. I'll go over my general mindset going into this right this moment, because I did have a couple of really good practice runs. Now consider the world record for intense mode currently is 13:52. And my last 2 practice runs were like 15:43 and 14:42. So I think those times would be good enough to compete against Yoshi this evening. I'm going to be looking for anything between mid-15s and low 16s to have any shot. That's what Yoshi was basically doing in the winners finals. So look for me to actually kind of keep my opening chains down. I'm going to try to make more combos in my chains. Keep my opening chains in each stage at like an X9 or so, because these foes can heal off some of the damage that we inflict to them, and I'm going to be looking to avoid those heals as much as I can. Those are probably some of the biggest time losses that we could experience. So look for that. And yeah, Yoshi's just gonna be playing faster than me, so you want to see some really good play, just watch him. I'll be playing along slow and steady, hopefully winning the race in the end.
Before I let you go and get into the game, I have a quick question for you. So, at Intense, what's the optimal way to kill, let's say, the first stage? Can you do it in 2 chains? Is it mandatory minimum 3? What would be the breakdown for that? Because I know you did that math a while ago.
Right. So it turns out that an X11 chain and the 4 combo do exactly 50% damage to the first 2 opponents. So I'm going to be looking to basically knock out most, if not all, of these foes within 2 chains. But that's going to require big chains, probably at least X8 or higher if I can, and all the combos within those chains that I can make. So that's gonna be my general approach.
All right, well, best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Okay. so now we're going to be watching for cards to get into the menu, and we should be getting started shortly. So as Cards was saying earlier, Yoshimidtsu definitely one of the fastest puzzlers in the West, and actually anywhere in the world, really. And Cards of the Heart, much more methodical, strategic, I would say. It's going to be a real battle of different styles here going into this finals here. Now, and it looks like both competitors are almost ready to get started. Again, quick reminder, Yoshimidtsu starts with a 1-up in terms of points in this best of 7 because he won the winners finals, and so that he gets the advantage going into the grand finals. And again, he also won that against Cards of the Heart, but Cards of the Heart unfazed, talking about how hitting those 14-minute, 15-minute times, those would definitely be competitive against Yoshimidtsu. Although it should also be said that Cards of the Heart did mention that 13-something time as the world record, and I'm pretty sure Yoshimidtsu is the holder of that time. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am to be here. And one more time for the record, I am the Infinite Chain. I was also in this tournament, got knocked out really early, and restreaming for us is George. We're all in the Puzzle General Discord. If you're not already there, you're missing out. We talk and play games all the time together, and included among them PPC, which is Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, Pokemon Puzzle League, Panel de Pon, Tetris. All those games are available to you at Puzzle General. So we're still waiting on the competitors to start off, but once they start, we're going to struggle to keep up, I think. And there we go, we just started. Cards of the Heart getting a slight starting advantage there, maybe 1 second. Both raising all the way to the top. Should be noted that Yoshimidtsu didn't even out his stack first. He's just going to go with it exactly the way it is. And as a result, I think that might have actually helped him gain a slightly faster 7-chain there. He did end up doing less damage though, because Cards used his greater stack to generate more damage out of his starting block. But it is still pretty close. Cards may be a little bit dangerously close to that 40% marker where the Pidgey might heal. And now they're both going to chain down this block that was thrown by Pidgey. Cards of the Heart is again a little bit behind, but he has lowered Pidgey's health more. And ooh, Yoshimidtsu, that was not enough, and he's dead! Yoshimitsu's dead, he has to restart! What? And oh my god, Cards is almost dead as well! Oh no! What? Oh, he did it. He made it. The Reds, he figured out at the last second. That might be enough to keep him in an advantageous position right now. This is not the way that Yoshimidtsu wanted to start this match. I mean, Pidgey did heal, but it's better than starting from scratch, right? But maybe it's a little bit of nerves. Ooh, and a beautiful time lags from Yoshimidtsu on the left there. And 1 minute 17 seconds for Cards. I know he's not that happy with that time, but little does he know that Yoshimidtsu still has a half health Pidgey at 25 seconds right now. So wisely stopping himself a little bit earlier this time. The 6 combo is going to finish it for Yoshimidtsu at 30 seconds. Just to give you an example of what kind of times are possible, and how odd it was that Yoshimidtsu did not make it through that first time at Pidgey. Now Cards lowering, let's see, Kakuna's health after that, just under half health. And now he's going to start to get to chopping away on this garbage block above him. Multiple chains, 8 combo from Yoshimidtsu, very nicely done. This is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. And raises all the way up back to the top, has clears available galore. And he lowered him a little bit lower than Cards did, lowered the Kakuna rather. But, so I'm expecting a pretty similar finish time actually from this. I think if he lets go of this now, he should be able to finish it. Yeah, I think Yoshimidtsu actually went a little bit further than he had to. But he did gain a decent amount of time. He's only about, I would say, 10-15 seconds behind now at most. And only 10 at the counter at Clefairy here. This time he does even out his stack. Maybe recognizing the fact that these opponents have more HP, so therefore they do require more blocks to get him to that halfway marker. Seems like he strategically chose to stop that chain. Looks like he might go for 3 chains to kill, to defeat rather the Clefairy. Meanwhile, Cards is actually at a higher health than Yoshimidtsu. Something must have went wrong on his side. Maybe from looking from it now, it looks like it might have been some sort of disparity in how much Clefairy chose to drop on the opponent. Cards definitely looks like he got a bigger. And now he got healed on. That's what it actually must have happened. It's very surprising. I didn't expect him to lower Clefairy that quickly, but the tables have turned again. And wow, okay, that was a tight moment for Yoshimidtsu. I don't think he had a clear there, and it might have been risky to lift, but he did get the kill on Clefairy around the same time as Cards. Cards lost 13 seconds there, and now he's just a couple seconds behind Yoshimidtsu here. Yoshimidtsu even out his stack. Cards got an easy stack to even out as well. And let's see what these players start off with. Got a, I think that was a 4-chain with some combos on the left, and on the right we're gonna have 5-chain, 6, and ooh, that's a nice 7 right there. Decent 8, and that. Let's see how far we go with that one. Just around 40%. Cards taking the health advantage, but Yoshimidtsu is in the middle of a big chain of his own right now. Interesting choice there with the blues to make the horizontal, but it continues into a really nice combo there as well, and that is enough to take down the Ghastly. But Cards not far behind himself. I think that this should be enough as well. Yes, yes, yes. He only lost... Oh, okay. He only lost a couple of seconds there again, but considering the lead that he had, Yoshimidtsu has done a very good job of catching up. Now let's see what Yoshimidtsu opens up with. It's a little bit easier to commentate when the players are in different, like, staggered approaches. So that was a pretty decent opening from Yoshimidtsu. It takes about 20% off of Steelix there. Cards still working on his Steelix. He took about 20% as well, started his second chain. And 6 combo to clear. No, that's interesting. I guess he's thinking about how he's going to maximize the amount of chains he's going to make here. Yep, he waited for more garbage block to come down. Ooh, that's so unfortunate. He raised the block at a dangerous time. He lost his combo on the bottom there, and that slows him down even further. Now he's a full half of a health bar behind Yoshimidtsu. Yoshimidtsu is really pulling away with this due to his sheer consistency of speed. Now let's look at how Yoshimidtsu starts off with this one. Does not even out the stack. 6 combo to start. That's going to be a 6 again. 6 is, I heard that 6 is the combo. Oh! Trixies! I like that chain right there with the blue on the left. That 7 chain really, really was nice. Anyway, as I was saying, I heard that 6 combos are really where you start to get kind of return for your investment. You know, 4 combos don't do that much damage, but 6 combos are kind of the first number that actually does do something valuable. And man, Yoshimidtsu is playing so good right now. It's going to be a tough battle for Cards. Cards, to be noted though, is only 20 seconds behind according to the in-game clock. So he's been keeping pace, but that was a really good primate for Yoshimidtsu. Let's see how Cards finishes out this primate right here. This is going to be a nice combo right here. Oh, okay, that's the 6 combo that we were talking about before. Not ideal and risky situation. If there had been a chain on top of that, could have been very dangerous. Let's see, the steals do so much in this game, by the way. The exclamation points, depending on what you want to call them. And he finishes slightly slower than Yoshimidtsu yet again. It feels like the slight lead that Yoshimidtsu reclaimed in the 3rd or 4th stage is now starting to slowly expand. Let's see what Cards can do about this. Yep, 25 seconds now separating the 2 competitors. And let's see what his opening is like. 5 chain. Nice combo there. And this can be another combo here. Opted to go for the clear instead of continuing with the yellows. Probably concerned about how much block he would have left to make a secondary chain after the first one. And I thought that for a second. I thought that Yoshi got healed on, but no, he was just in the middle of a really big chain with a nice combo finisher. And he's going to hope that he wins this. And he does. Yes. That was that. We did not want a repeat of that. I'm sorry, that Pidgey from earlier. And Cards, meanwhile, did he get healed on? Almost looks like he might have, because now he's Oh, nope, never mind. He was in the middle of something big himself. He is in a little bit of a tight spot here. Not going to get... Let's see if he's going to raise it to 5, 6... Oh, nope. I didn't realize he dropped his chain there. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this time is definitely not comfortable for Hearts. And he gets healed on again. Oh, no. So close there. And this seal is hurting him pretty bad. And at the same time, now we're looking back over to Yoshimidtsu's screen for just a second. He's got 15. What an extended chain. I think, isn't there a maximum? There should be some sort of maximum cap, but that 16 is going to do it. Or was it 15? 15, 16, doesn't matter. It was enormous. And I'm sorry I wasn't commentating. I was really just concerned for Cards there, who got the heal on him. And now it's a full stage separating the two competitors. It's something that you never want to see if you're in Cards' position. And Yoshimidtsu just showing us why he is so solid in this game. Cards, of course, has a very long and storied speedrunning career. Yoshimidtsu, to my knowledge, I believe this is one of the only games that he plays, and this family of games at least. He's also very active on Panel Attack right now, and he's dominating the 1v1 scene there as well. But enough about that. Let's focus on the chains here, on the combos. There's that 7 combo that he's been thinking about for a while. It decides to use it for a chain instead. Let's see what's gonna follow this. Reds, then blue, probably yellow. Nope. Interesting. He's gonna go. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. When you use 2 different floors instead of using the very base of the stage, you can increase the chances of making a combo from 2 separate 3 combos that way. And that was another solid stage for Yoshimidtsu. And Cards, in the meantime, looks like he's just starting off his Jinx with a nice 10 chain right there. Pardon me, I had to cough for a second. Anyway, so let's look at what kind of damage that did to Crobat here. Looks like about 30% of the health, maybe closer to 40. Yeah, maybe about 40, which is a very solid number. Looks like Yoshimidtsu is going to be looking for a 3-chain finish here. I guess he didn't get enough garbage blocks to really start off his 3rd attack there, so he's going to probably end this with 4 chains now, I'm thinking. Nice combo there. Ooh, those purples, the movement, so slick. Looks so good. And ow, I was mistaken. It was a 3-chain destruction, just destruction. Meanwhile, Cards still maintaining that 1 stage lag with a slightly slower time on Jinx there. And he's going to be entering into the Crobat of his own at the same time as Hitmontop appears on Yoshimidtsu's screen. Now, Hitmontop, for those of you that don't know, does have the most health of all Pokemon. I believe especially... No, I'm sorry, not especially. Except for the previous difficulty. Not Intense, but the one before. And that one, Dragonite, has the higher health. But Hitmontop is a stumbling block for a lot of players because of his health there. And nice 7 combo there from Cards. He's going to set up his clear to be safe, but not a lot of damage, not a lot of garbage on his side of the field right now. Not a lot for him to work with. And it is kind of important to have that garbage to keep your chains high count. You know, I mean, I guess he does have the benefit of being able to raise his stack a lot, start off from the bottom again. But as we saw with that Pidgey earlier, it's very risky to raise your stack too high and sink down too low in terms of block count. And Yoshimidtsu, in the meantime, looks like he's just going to finish off his Hitmontop at a time of 106. Same amount of time that it looks like it's going to take Cards, give or take, to beat his Crobat. But you have to start thinking that maybe now the difference is too great. You know, it would have to take for a big stumble or a huge upset from Cards in order to make it back in this first game right now. Interesting combo choice there from Yoshimidtsu. And looks like he's going to continue with the combos here. Found a chain there. Very surprising. Well, not surprising, just I didn't expect it. I didn't see it. I mean, obviously I'm not as good as him, but I don't think almost anyone saw that chain coming. And that first chain did do about 40-ish% of the health bar, so very nice start from him going into Murkrow, who is also famously annoying for a different reason. Famous for throwing a lot of combos, especially at the earlier difficulties. And 11 chain, 12 chain to cap it off. But does he have a clear? I don't think he has a clear, and that's not enough to kill. And he's gonna die. This is exactly what we were talking about. This is the chance that Cards of the Heart needed. He's still going to be a stage, like about half a stage behind, but that's more than enough. And looks like Yoshi's having some. Wait, did Yoshi? Did Yoshi? Oh my God! What? No, the speedrunner in you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for those who don't know, the Yoshimidtsu on the left, he just accidentally pressed start new game when he was at the, I believe, penultimate stage of the speedrun, and now Cards, he's gonna take that first W. I mean, there's no way that Yoshimidtsu, even if he tried, would be able to catch up to Cards now. And Cards, he's just trucking along. I mean, he has a 124 on Hitmontop, so I have to say that I think Yoshimidtsu would have probably won this one if it hadn't been for that, even with the second death in there. But Cards is definitely going to be happy. Well, I'm not going to say he's going to be happy because I don't think anyone wants to win that way, but he's not going to be upset about the chance to keep the series going for longer and really show what he's capable of here. So, working on his Murkrow now. Looks like the first chain did about as much as Yoshi did before the reset, about 45%. Let's see if Cards decides to dig in right here. I am going to ask our restreamer George real quick a question. Did Yoshi forfeit after that, or is he just sitting quietly?
Yoshi has said that we're forfeiting in the race channels. So this is an auto win for Cards as long as they finish. At least that's what I'm getting here, if I'm understanding here.
Alright, so I just got a confirmation from George that Yoshimidtsu did forfeit. Looks like Cards is using this time to practice a little bit more, get himself prepared for the next game. I wonder... I'm curious, would it be better to find out why Yoshi forfeited, or would it be worse? You know, that's kind of the debate. Do you want to know which stage he was on? Do you think that maybe something happened to him and he was so far behind? Like, what would be the better thing for you to know, to feel in the moment? And Cards' position. I think I would rather just not know. I think I would just kind of let it just be. It'd be like, all right, well, something happened, and I'm just gonna do my best. And that's what it looks like he's doing right now, getting some really nice chains off on Dragonite, and that's gonna lower Dragonite to about 60%, 55% ish. So 3 chains definitely plausible here, and Dragonite did do him the favor of dropping a huge block, so that should make the second chain all the easier to do most of the damage with. I think Cards is going to be really looking to try to win with this stage. I mean, win with this garbage clear, this chain. But it's going to be difficult to find out if he can. Now, he saves the clear. He knows that he can't do it. Oh, that looked like he was getting confused for a second there. I think he was in a little bit of a panic mode for a second there. I was getting kind of worried about that timer. Nice switch there with the blues to keep the chain going, and pray that he doesn't heal, and that's a great Dragonite time. Cards finishing with a 1638. Definitely competitive. Definitely in the ballpark of what he was looking for. Maybe a little bit more than he was looking for, but not bad for a first game at all. And Cards takes the first game 1-0 in a surprise turnaround. It's something I've never seen before on stream, at least. I think, yeah, I just have no words for that. I just got word that this actually happened in the FFR versus Paratroopa loser semifinals as well. So I must have missed that game, but it's not common that you see that either way. And especially on the stage as grand as this one, I'm sure that Yoshimidtsu is a little frustrated right now. I definitely believe so. And it looks like Cards is already in the menu for the next game. And Yoshimidtsu will probably start from the continue. I think they have equivalent start times, so it's not going to matter. And looks like our competitors are about ready to go into the second game of this best of 7 grand finals. Yeah, looks like they're starting soon. I was just gonna say that I just checked in the chat. I sneaked a peek real quick, and it looks like Cards is aware of what happened there, but no mention specifically of where Yoshi was in the game. So we'll see how it pans out in the next game. Either way, both these competitors look primed and ready to go. And the go command has been given, and we should be seeing it on our stream shortly. There we are. Or at least I'm seeing it on my side. I'm sorry for that. Looking at the starting blocks, Yoshi made it to the top quicker, both starting off with a 6 combo. Oh, that was an interesting block from Cards of the Heart, but I think it might have messed him up there. He didn't do as much as he wanted to there. He did end up doing more damage, though, somehow. Oh, but that's because Yoshi's still working on it. Okay, let's see how it goes after the second chain, and Yoshi a little bit ahead in terms of how much damage he did to Pidgey. But Cards does have more block available to him and more garbage on top of him, so I think either way, both players are going to finish it off with this next chain. Oh, maybe I was mistaken. Oh, that's a big combo from Yoshi right there. Oh, and 2 beautiful chains there. You have to wonder if he does those on purpose or not, because sometimes it seems like it's impossible for you to manage like both sides, opposite corners of the board like that. In the meantime, Cards with a nice staircase there into a 7 chain, and he's gonna get another chain. No, he's gonna save it. He's gonna use the 6 combo to finish off Pidgey right there. Still behind by maybe about 10 seconds or so. Nothing too serious, but yeah, Yoshi almost made a mistake there. Oh, interesting choices. Wow. He like when you sometimes he sets something up and then sees something better, and he's so quick to move stuff around to do the more optimal choice. That's something that's fascinating about watching Yoshi, is that he's never satisfied with which direction he chose to go in with the current block right there. So yeah, about a 15-second lead. But the healths are actually equivalent. I mean, Yoshi is obviously in the middle of his chain, whereas Cards is about to start up his own. Well, actually, no, they're both in the middle of the chain. Cards is having a fantastic Kakuna here to bring this back, and this is dangerous. Will it be enough? No! Yoshi! Yoshi again falls to the Kakuna with being overeager, but is Cards gonna fall as well? No! Oh my god, the heal! He still has a clear up top. He still has a clear up top. He can do this. He has a clear on both sides. Move the red out of the way. Go for the green, maybe? Oh my god, this is heartbreaking to watch from both sides. It takes so long to dig yourself out of a hole like that for both players. Yoshi for restarting, and Cards for getting healed on and having his stack be so low, barely getting that clear out in time. I mean, Cards should in theory be favored, and there he goes. He finally clears out Kakuna. I was just worried that maybe another heal would come in sometime soon. And it looks like Yoshi decided to save himself some more blocks to work with as well here. Gonna go for the clear to keep the chain going with a 6 combo with the purple and blues. And let's see. Oh, but he definitely got healed on. I'm pretty sure. I mean, 48 seconds and the Kakuna's at that health. Yoshi's not having the greatest of luck with this Kakuna right now. Oh, is he gonna overcommit here again? That's the question. No, this should be enough. This should be enough. No heals? Yeah, okay, he does it. If that Kakuna didn't perish there, I would have been so surprised. But now we have Cards with a sizable lead early on in this second game. Similar to what we saw last time with the Pidgey death for Yoshimidtsu. It looks like he just goes a little bit too ham sometimes. And I think another thing that we have to take into consideration is, again, Cards is not only speed gaming experience, but a speed gaming experience with this format. I mean, with this game, like these PPL, PPC, Tetris Attack type games. His experience is showing through his measured use of the blocks. His stack is calculated much better than Yoshimidtsu's, it seems like. Yoshi, perhaps not as cognizant of the amount of health that his opponent has, perhaps a little bit overconfident in how much damage he could do, but Cards not suffering that same fate nearly as often or nearly as much. And if we think about it, that is the reason why Yoshi fell in the previous game. It's because he wasn't sure of how much life there was, so he ended up, not being able to make it, tried to restart, and instead restarted the entire run. So it can be said that, I mean, the tortoise and the hare right now. The tortoise is using wisdom to stay ahead. Interesting decision to stop his chain there from Yoshi, but it looks like he realized that he might have time to start another big chain here, using his speed to catch up here too. Cards of the Heart, 20-second difference on the timer, but in terms of health, he's actually ahead. And what a comeback so far. Nice chain there, 5 and 6 with the following yellows, and to get the clear. And oh, wow, he's going to keep going with it. This should definitely be enough to kill after he gets another 1 or 2. Oh, no, he's going to go for the 7 combo. Very nice. And suddenly, we're neck and neck yet again. Cards maybe has a slight lead here going into it, like maybe 5 seconds at most. And is this could be another Yoshimidtsu comeback? It looks like the starting stages are, with all things considered, stronger for Cards, but Yoshimidtsu's speed is definitely carrying him through those later stages. Interesting choice to make those greens there. And I'm guessing he knows that he didn't get... Yeah, he's been keeping track of how much his opponent has done to him. I always panic when I get to that last row. I think like, oh man, here comes like the biggest chain that I've ever seen in my life. But you have to keep in mind that because Yoshi is so fast, that the AI might not have the time to drop things on him as early as it does other competitors. And we're seeing an amazing 11 chain there. He probably was looking for that 12, but didn't make it. It didn't really matter because he does get that kill with the 4 combo at the end there. They both finished at roughly the same time, but using that head start that... I mean, Cards lost the head start that he had. Now it's Yoshimidtsu who's in the lead by about 3 or 4 seconds. And... man, this is so tight. I'm interested to figure out why Yoshi decided to cut it there. Maybe, again, to raise a little bit and get another row of blocks to work with, but... I guess Intense is more of a marathon in the sense that you're not going to win off your first or second chain in most cases. So planning your 3 chain combo attack is what matters. And let's see, the healths are about the same though. Cards working on something on the side, got a nice 5 chain, 6 chain going there. And looks like, yeah, he's going to clear with that 6 combo. And I think, judging from what I'm seeing on the screen, I wasn't really looking, but I think Yoshi got healed on, but it doesn't matter. Maybe he didn't, maybe he was in the middle of the long chain, but he does get the kill first, and I know that Cards definitely got healed on. Yeah, Cards definitely got healed on now that I'm looking at it. And that's really unfortunate for Cards, going from a lead to this position yet again, but still he manages to finish it off, not too bad, maybe a 10-second difference now, 10 to 15-second difference, but oh, the combos from Yoshi on his side. And that's going to be another 6, and wow, I mean, just to have the presence of mind to realize that you can do that floating clear there. It's going to probably go for... Nope, no, I should just give up on guessing, honestly, with Yoshi, because he sees things that are so far out there. And he's going to get that chain red to clear it. And wow, this seal really crumbled really fast. Very interesting to see that. Well, I'm pretty sure it was in the last game as well, something similar. He was starting to hit some ridiculous times in the mid-game, but it looks like not this time. Didn't manage to finish that steal off. This steel block should be able to do those exclamation points. And yes, that's indeed the killing blow there. Cards, meanwhile, slightly behind, but not any more than the timers would suggest. Let's see. Oh, but he lost his chain there, so yeah, that's going to slow him down a bit. And the danger of healing is ever present right now. I'm sure that Cards feels it, and no, but he makes it out alive with the combo. Only 3 seconds behind on the clock against Yoshi's time, but Yoshi, that just serves to increase Yoshi's lead here. Yeah, full 15-18 second lead here for Yoshimidtsu, but starting combos could make a big difference. Looks like Cards slowed down the chain so he could get another chance at a full board. Meanwhile, Yoshi is in the middle of a long chain here. Or, I'm sorry, a long garbage clearing sequence here. Looks like he has a full board again. Going to strategically move that blue out of the way. Gotta go for the reds here. Blue. I was thinking greens, but not like that. That was definitely interesting. Let's see if... And then... I don't think yellow... Okay. I didn't think because I didn't believe. I should learn to stop doubting. And 1 minute Dragonair, not bad for Yoshi. In the meantime, we have a nice 8 clear for 8 combo clear for cards on the right. Looks like he's not gonna get a similar like a better time, but it's gonna be very similar, I believe. Unless there's a heal happening. Again, the heals are the dangerous aspect of this. I think that this chain should be enough to do it. Ooh, almost. The 6 combo, maybe? No, he got healed on! Ooh! That's unfortunate. That's gonna hurt him so much right now, as this Jinx is now almost at around half health. He's gonna start feeling these delays. Yoshi is starting to run away with this one. And he has such a big stack to work with here as well. Yep. Of course. So crispy. But, alright, finally the Dragonair goes down, but this is shaping up to be an almost full stage difference now. And you have to wonder, I mean, after last game, anything is possible. That's all I know. But, again, barring a miracle, I feel like Yoshi might have this one. And 5 combo, what... Again, floating in the air to realize that the blocks would be in that configuration, or to make the 5 exclamation point combo right there, it likely did so much damage to that Jinx. Definitely saved some time on in terms of overall speedrunning. And he's actually, I mean, even though he has a red timer right now, which means that he's behind his splits, this is shaping up to be a really good run for Yoshi, even with the earlier issues. Everything else has been going very smoothly for him. And now we're seeing that full stage lead now for Yoshi. As this Jinx is continuing to battle on Cards' side of the stage, as Cards' side of the screen, sorry. And let's see, yep, he's gonna play safe there with the Crobat, and yep, gonna keep going for the clears. I feel like Yoshi's becoming more careful in these scenarios. He's realizing that, like, yeah, I should probably think about, you know, saving some time. I'm not sure if he knows that he's ahead, like, or he expects to be ahead of Cards at this juncture. Actually, he probably shouldn't, because considering the fact that he did lose to that Kakuna in this round, so he might be thinking that he's playing from behind. So this shows great resolve to still play a little bit conservative, even knowing the fact that you might be actually behind. Now, Hitmontop, we talked about this before, he is definitely one of the most dangerous Pokemon to be facing. Very easy to get overconfident against him. It happened to me in the tournament, where I thought that I had him done in this S-hard difficulty, and I burnt my whole stack on a chain that left him with a sliver of life. So, anything is possible. And meanwhile, Cards has an 11 chain on his side, 6 combo there. That 11 chain should be enough, I think. Yep, that's enough. And 11 chain as well, 12. That's going to be a 13, 14. Is there going to be a clear? Yep. He's going to save enough for a clear. Very nice there. Even had the presence of mind to extend it into a 6 combo, but the chance that there's a heal coming in the near future is there. A heal would be devastating against this opponent, this Hitmontop. So much time, so much anticipation of a potential heal, and there it is. That's the heal. That's what we've been dreading, and we can see a little bit of frustration from Yoshi's cursor movement there. He kind of went back and forth a little bit. So this throws a wrench in the works. There's now a legitimate chance for Cards to make a comeback here. Even though he still doesn't have nearly as low of a health bar, ooh, Yoshi doesn't finish him yet again. He is gonna get a 5. No, he didn't get the 5. He's gonna go for a 4 chain there, and there's a real legitimate chance that there might be another heal here as well. Meanwhile, Cards going for 8, 9. And oh, yo, Yoshi and Cards healing at the same exact time. As soon as Cards dropped his chain, the heal came right in, and now it's anyone's game. 1 minute 50-minute Hitmontop for Yoshi. That's a horrible time. It's not that it's his fault. Just saying that this is so unlucky from his perspective. And oh my God, yo, he ran out of blocks. He had no clears in 3 rows. Oh no, is this how it's gonna go again? Cards, he has a clear. Okay, I mean, I'm speechless right now. I mean, you would think that This game just generates drama so easily. It's so incredible to watch. And you know that Yoshi's frustrated after that, after pushing it all the way to 2 minutes, after running out of clears. And did it happen again? No. He can raise it a little bit? Oh, he found the clear really quickly. Very nice. And, I mean, Cards is now at a similar time to what Yoshi was at, 150 now, and still in healing zone right now. But I think maybe if he no, he did it. Okay. Cards is now ahead. Cards is back in the lead, and he only has 2 stages left. Let's see how Yoshi manages to, if Yoshi manages to catch back up again. If Cards can keep this up, he's gonna take game 2, and that's gonna put him in the lead despite the 1-0 start. And beautiful combos from Cards on his side of the screen right now. Chains are happening very logically. Hitmon top dies at 1 minute, by the way. I just heard that on the other side of the screen, which is a really decent time. So Yoshi, despite that traumatic loss, is now only about half a minute, 25 seconds behind. And we've seen him conquer time differences of that within the matter of a couple of stages, but is 2 stages enough? Very solid start from him. Meanwhile, Cards, he's gotten his Murkrow down to 40% as well. Down to about 15, 20-ish%. So tight. Oh, he does get the clear. I didn't think that he had that. Oh, he's gonna let it run. Yeah, he's gonna hope, and he does it. He gets it. That's a very solid Murkrow time, and now he's gonna be going into Dragonite before Yoshimitsu's even halfway done with Murkrow. Very solid time from Cards there. He's showing that he deserves to be here beyond of a doubt, with or without SDs from Yoshi here, and he thankfully saves a clear for himself this time. Probably suspected that he didn't get it, but he got healed on. Oh, jeez. Yoshi is not having a good run today. This is not looking good for him right now. So unfortunate. And meanwhile, Cards, pretty standard start from him. Manages to raise it all the way back up to misses that little 1-frame train that he was looking for. Chain, sorry, not train. And wow, actually, looking at Dragonite's health, he's actually really low. When did that happen? This chain is gonna do it. I mean, Yoshi is gonna make it to Murkrow a little bit later than he expected. Oh, but the heal. Oh my god, and he's in such a tough spot right now. He needs to figure out yes, okay, he has the clear right there. And he wisely saves the blue blocks there, so just in case they come down. Oh, he's definitely gonna have a clear here. Reds or yellows, whichever way he wants to take it, but it's slowing him down so much. It's opening the possibility of a heal happening one more time. And Yoshi, hot on his tracks, he is looking to catch up right now. Very interesting combo play there from Yoshi. And this should put them at roughly even HPs. This is anyone's game. This is legitimately anyone's game. Oh my goodness. Cards in an unfortunate situation here. Manages to find the clear real quick, but the steal makes it a little bit difficult. The greens. Oh! At the last possible frame, it looks like he managed to make that clear. Let's see. 7 chain on Yoshi's side. What is it on Card's side? It's a. Oh my god! He had to reset his chain. It's only a 2 chain. Is the 7 gonna be enough for Yoshi? No. Oh! Just a sliver of health. Are you kidding me? And he gets healed on. And Cards, by the narrowest of margins. Are you shitting me? Pardon my language. Holy, wow! I have no words for that. All right, so what a fantastic finish to that game. I mean, you gotta feel for Yoshi because of the healing, but I mean, not that Cards didn't get healed on as well. I'm speechless after that game. This finals is full of drama. That's all I can say. Freaking amazing. Wow. Okay, so Cards is in the lead now, 2-1. And Yoshi looks like he's just trying to defeat this Dragonite. You almost want to ascribe certain mental processes to the players that even though you can only see their blocks, you can't see their face, but I feel like Yoshi must be so frustrated right now. He must be so frustrated. Now, I'm not aware if he knows that Cards is finished already, Oh, no, he knows, yeah. He reset after the 2-minute mark on the Dragonite. That is so unfortunate. Oh, yo, my heart is racing. That was incredible. They were both at a sliver of health at the same time, but one of them got healed on, the other one made it through. It was a roll of the dice. Okay, so looks like we have Cards of the Heart readying for the next game. Yoshi soon to follow. Oh, Yoshi has readied already. I missed that. We got 10 seconds. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that. You guys have a slight delay, but oh well. Time is weird. They just started their. They got their go notification, so we should be seeing them shortly. And there we go. Cards of the Heart. First off the races. Off to the races. First off the starting block. Not the first one to make a combo though. Looks like Yoshi did find it first. Oh, I don't think Yoshi wanted that second green to be removed there, but maybe he did, just to get that raise in. And after the starting blocks, it looks like Cards is slightly ahead. And he has a better board for it too, considering how much space he has to play around with. This second chain might actually be able to do it if he finds it right. Yep, okay, and then... interesting. Oh no, but it's going to continue into the clear, so yeah, he can definitely do it with this second chain. And it's almost at a perfect health, but... no, oh, okay. Both players finished at roughly the same time. I could have sworn that Cards was going to finish that earlier, but... with the microphone so much. Let me double check. Yep, I'm being heard. Excellent. Okay, so going into this Kakuna, only about a 2-second difference between the two players, and it's really anyone's game. I mean, I'm still reeling from last game, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I mean, it's impossible to predict anything, given how that Dragonite panned out, given how Yoshimidtsu randomly decides to go ham, you know... I was about to say something slightly inappropriate, so I'm going to stop myself, but to the wall, if you know what I mean. He goes ham. And right now, that Kakuna almost died, but we've seen this before. This is where the healing begins, and not in a good way. And while we're talking about that, Cards actually took the lead from Yoshi. It's neck and neck still, but Cards with a slight lead going into Clefairy here. Yeah, our restreamer George saying that he almost got a heart attack in the last match as well. I mean, my eyes were darting back and forth, left to right, seeing what, like, you know, trying to capture the moment, trying to figure out which way it was going to turn, not to miss it, and I don't think anyone was expecting it, but right now we got Cards off to a slight lead, nothing too serious. I do like his board a little bit better, but I think he got healed on. Yeah, he definitely got healed on. And this is where the healing begins again. Yoshimidtsu has a really nice block here to work with, though, and we might see another reversal and beautiful frame trick there. That's that really, really gorgeous play that I personally find really enjoyable about this game in particular, that one frame trick, continue the chain play. But in the end, even after the heal, that was still they're still neck and neck. I mean, Cards made up for the work, and despite all of Yoshimitsu's beautiful play, beautiful tricks there, he's starting off slightly behind Cards there. So Cards, maybe he didn't give himself enough credit, maybe we didn't give him enough credit. He might not be faster in terms of clicking per second, but he's definitely comparable speed in terms of actually running the game. It's that difference of approaches, that difference of strengths and weaknesses, the experienced and I guess methodical strategist, the tactician, against the blindingly fast mounted warrior of Yoshimidtsu, using his speed to his great advantage here. And they're so neck and neck right now. The HPs are the same. Let's see. Oh, but Cards manages to pull out some extra damage. And he gets a really nice block out of it as well. And I think that should be it. Yeah, that combo should finish it. Oh, a heal on Ghastly. That was that minute difference that made all the difference right there. That slight difference in how much HP how much damage they did going into that Ghastly. And now Cards has the possibility of pulling away a little bit more. Little by little. Gradually, very gradually. And now it's going to be maybe about 15 seconds? Yeah, 15-second difference now. But we have seen Cards both gain and lose these advantages, or I guess I should say Yoshimidtsu steal those advantages from Cards of the Heart numerous times throughout the series already. So it's still anyone's game. It's still very tight. I'm still extremely excited to be watching this. I'm so happy I agreed to cast this. This is turning out. I'll be honest, I prefer to play more than to watch, but watching these two, I think I prefer to watch than to play. I'm definitely enjoying this greatly. Very nice opening chain, very nice chain there from Yoshi. I mean, but he's still struggling, lagging a couple seconds behind. He might actually be able to finish earlier than Cards by on the timer, I think. Although we are in that infamous healing moment. Yeah, he's just let this one rock. Oh my god, it's taking so long to clear. And yeah, I was starting to get worried for that Steelix might heal again, but didn't happen. Maintaining a very similar lag to Cards this time right now, but Cards gets a pretty decent opener, about 50% of Primeape's health. Let's see if Yoshi can mirror that. Interesting chain choice there. Yep, that's good, and I think that's gonna have to end it there. And ooh, that's really annoying combo placement right there by Primeape there. It's really limited what Yoshi can work with, but not all is lost. It still manages to get a pretty decent combo and a nice 4-chain out of it, I think. Meanwhile, Cards, his Primeape is almost done, and you have to think that the major mistake that, well, not even a mistake, it was just an unfortunate spacing of the blocks that fell on Yoshi there. The way that it was combo prevented him from raising his stack, and it isn't really like typical behavior for Primeape, I believe, as well. I mean, we all know Murkrow is famous for the combos, but Primeape really giving a harder time to Yoshi than he should have. A little bit indecisive there from Cards' side. I think he was playing around with the purples and blues, not sure which way to go with it, and ended up not getting much out of it, but still not bad. And now it was his turn to get really heavy combos on his side of the screen, but he makes a lot out of it. Wow, the whole screen just lit up there for a second. He's going to be happy with that. But this is getting risky. Is he going to go all the way? Okay, he saves it. I thought for a second he was going to just go for it. Am I sadistic now that I'm thinking about it? Like because now that these players have both, you know, gone too far a couple of times, I'm kind of almost expecting it or like hoping for it just for some of that added drama. But either way, Cards manages to save just enough to clear, and he is now. I mean, I want to say he's off to a lead, but Yoshimidtsu. I think he finished at basically the exact same time. The lead that that Cards has had for the past couple stages has only been shifting maybe like 1 or 2 seconds in either direction. These players are legitimately playing neck and neck right now. And I know that Cards said that he doesn't like that expression, but sorry, boss. Not on the mic. Ooh, that was a tight timing with that 6 combo greens on Yoshi's side. And look, the HPs are actually relatively similar. Oh no, Cards is in the middle of an 9 chain, that's why. Alright. He wants this to be it. I think that Cards might be able to do it. Okay, the 12. Can the 12 do it? The 6 combo, maybe. No! So close. Alright, now we're in that healing zone. Remember, guys, this is where... Oh. For a second, I thought that Yoshi might end up with no blocks, but no, he makes it out. And Cards finishes... And Yoshi gets healed on right now. Jeez. Unfortunate. And... So now the lead is going to start to widen a little bit. I have to feel, and I think I'm pretty sure he just got healed on again. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Yoshi and getting with these heals, man. Again, this is I have to. It's definitely some luck involved, but I can't help but feel that there's some game knowledge at play here as well. Something about knowing like how much damage each thing does, how much health each opponent has. I have to feel that Cards of the Heart has a better sense for that, and that is what's giving him a slightly more consistent ability to play around with these health bars. You know, like play around the health bars rather, and it's amounted to a lead in the what would be potentially his 3rd consecutive winning game, no less. 9 combo there, very nicely done by Yoshi. An incredible amount of blocks going down on Cards of Heart's side as well, and he finishes off Jinx. And as my restreamer George, our restreamer George just brought up, it would be match point if Cards takes this. There is no second bracket for this Grand Finals. The advantage was granted in the form of a 1 game lead, and oh my goodness, it has to be blue clear. Yes, all right. I was worried for a second that there might not be a clear at all for on Yoshi's side there, but it is there, and he's hoping to get through this Jinx soon. Okay, that was massive, and that should be enough. I don't think he needed to go for that 7. That was just an added risk, but I guess it's better to go for it and be sure than it would have been to end up in a position with no clear in that situation. So, but going into this Crobat, there's a full 40-second lead now for Cards. I think this is the biggest lead he's had outside of the outside of any like specific death moments. He's just been on a roll. But oh, I think he was going for that frame perfect trick there. Yoshi was, but didn't manage to get it. Maybe for the better, because he was in a tough spot in terms of clearing. And Crobat falls to Cards of the Heart right now. And he's moving into Hitmontop. So Hitmontop gave us some drama last time. I'm curious to see what kind of drama we'll get into this time. Alright, starting off with... Oh, he missed that. He was... I don't think... It's hard to say if he really... Oh! We got a restart from Yoshi. I missed that somehow. I thought he was already getting pretty close. But looks like he wasn't. Yoshi's in big trouble now. Now he's more than a full stage behind. I don't know if I would call it an upset, but I found it would... I feel like it would be an upset. After the 3-0 in the winners finals, to see this... But then again, you have to remember, it's Hitmontop, alright? Hitmontop can ruin the best players' runs, I feel like. And even though Cards gets beautiful A combo there, he is still not going to be enough to kill him, and Hitmontop is still at heal percentage. That chain is going to help. He's spacing them out a little bit. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not sure if he had a clear though. And oh my goodness, this is looking so dangerous now. I mean, Yoshi is almost done with his Crobat at this point. And wow, okay, so Cards of the Heart squeaks past Hitmontop there. And oh man, there was a heal on Murkrow, and he's he almost new game. I think that would have been too much, I think, at this point. But I feel like no, I think he should have just gone for that one. I think maybe he doesn't realize how far behind he is, and maybe he's tilted. I have to think that it might be some tilting going on. Yoshi is generally a pretty cool, calm, collected character from what I've gathered, but I think anyone would be tilted in this situation. It's now a 2-stage difference between the two competitors here, and Cards of the Heart is definitely going to be happy with that. Unless we get anything even more dramatic than what we've seen so far. Ooh, missed that. I think he actually frame perfect limited his chain there by accident. Nice follow up with the drop down yellows there. Drop down reds, perfect. And oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yoshi! Oh my god. he won that. I thought he died for a second. I was so worried for him. I was like, oh no, my god. Oh man, all right. So Cards is going into Dragonite now, while Hitmontop, as I said before, one of the most problematic Pokemon to play against is on Yoshi's side. But let's look at this Dragonite right here. How is Cards gonna follow it up with the reds, blue, green from the top, perps. Didn't get it. That was a very tight timing there, but I don't think he might have needed to either way, because considering how much blocks he had left, he wants to be safe and play this close. Cards, of course, you have to keep in mind, Cards doesn't know what's happening on Yoshi's side of the screen, I don't think. And if he knew, he might play a little bit more conservative, but right now, looking at the 14:49, I mean, that's a really good time. If he can close this out in the next 30-40 seconds, that would be a very competitive time for Cards here. And I've been told by our restreamer here that there was a heal on Hitmontop already, so Yoshi continuing to struggle through all of these game mechanics right now, while Cards, that Dragonite is very low. Very low. One more combo, one more anything almost will do it. That combo should be enough, and that combo should be enough now, certainly, and there we go. At the same time as Hitmontop falls, Cards of the Heart finishes off Dragonite and takes the series lead to 3-1 now. And keep in mind that that first game, that 1 point that Yoshi has, he got that one for free at the start because he won the previous series with a 3-0, and now Cards just returned the favor with 3 straight games against Yoshi. Now, of course, one can say that we don't know how it would have turned out if Yoshi hadn't restarted that first game, but since then, it's just been skill versus skill. Knowledge and speed against knowledge and speed, and it's been dramatic to say the least. If you're just tuning in now or if you're watching the VOD, I'm sure you'll agree. And yeah, it looks like Yoshi, realizing his position, decides to exit out of that one. And looks like we're gonna go into a game 5, well, game 4, but yo, George, Loki, maybe you should... I wouldn't say stuff like that in the player channel. For the record, George said, well, this turned. I don't know, if I was Yoshi, I would be fuming at you right now for saying that. But like I said, Yoshi is much more of a calm, collected person than me, probably. Might explain why he has those prodigious fingers, or prodigal fingers. I guess to that end, I want to talk about the fact that Cards of the Heart plays on the N64 controller, I believe, whereas Yoshimidtsu plays on keyboard, which might explain some of the differences in how their movement looks like around the screen. I mean, even if it's keyboard, it's still incredibly fast. I mean, I don't know any other keyboard player that's even close to being as fast. And we have a Yoshi ready. And we're just waiting for Cards of the Heart now. I'm gonna hit the bathroom, guys. I'll be... Oh, no, never mind. No, it's all good. It's all good. We can go. Oh, okay, you will wait? Alright, sorry. I thought I didn't see that cards ready. My bad. Be right back. My apologies for that. I am back now. So, yeah, I would wait as well. And I mean, you pinged them, so. Oh, sorry. So before we started, George told me, like, oh, don't talk to me because the stream can't hear me. But when someone says something to you, you kind of have a very strong instinct to say something back. So George just informed me that we're gonna wait a little bit because we are waiting for them to re-ready. We're waiting for cards to re-ready at the moment. So maybe taking a quick breather. And okay, now we got the ready confirmation. We should be starting shortly. So, going into this final match, you have to think that Yoshimitsu's mentality might not be in the best state right now. I know that I would not be feeling that great about it. Cards of the Heart. Maybe after the first game when Yoshi, forfeited, I would still be a little bit, wary. Second game goes by and you take that W as well. You're starting to feel pretty good. Now this time, you have to start feeling like maybe, just maybe, I'm going to get this match point. And I don't think he would be wrong in thinking so. I mean, his combo game has been stellar. Even though he's not as fast as Yoshi, he's been falling to various healing cycles much less often. And it's to the point where I refuse to believe that it's pure luck at this point. Cards jokingly mentioned earlier in the beginning, before we started, saying that he thought that his luck had run out because he used it all on his practice sessions, but maybe there's still a little bit of luck and definitely a lot of skill that is driving Cards right now. And wow, Yoshi went to ham again.
I will say this on mic quickly, but Cards of the Heart has been practicing for the entire week on stream non-stop.
Yeah, and we just got confirmation from our restreamer that Cards of the Heart has been...
Don't worry, I said that on mic.
My bad. I didn't hear you say that. Oh man, I'm not good at this. Alright, well, back to the games, back to watching people who are good at things. Yoshimidtsu, he fell to Pidgey again. He expended his stack, and now he's almost a full stage behind it already. Now again, keep in mind, Yoshimidtsu has come back from a lead, from a deficit like this, in the first, I think in both of the first two games, before something else took him down in the end. But, so he's definitely, so Cards is not out of the woods yet, but he should still be happy with this outcome right now. Now it was actually Cards who had like a slightly risky clearing situation, still had the blues, but wow, what a combo, what a chain continuation there from Cards of the Heart. And that's going to do it. Meanwhile, there must have been a heal on Yoshi's side as well, because 56 seconds, I said that he was about a full stage behind. At that time, he was a little bit less. Now he's a little bit more, as Cards enters Clefairy and Yoshi goes into Kakuna. Sorry, just catching up on chat real quick. I just realized that people have been talking. So yeah, George just seems to be doing a great job of handling that. Thank you so much to George for that. Meanwhile, a little bit of a lead going into, well, not a lead, but Yoshimidtsu did that Kakuna incredibly quickly. Meanwhile, Cards is having a pretty reasonable Clefairy, but definitely not ideal. Definitely not leaving with that sliver of health. Again, keep in mind that is the potential to get healed on right there, but nope, it does not have in the combo. Is going to finish off the Clefairy. And Yoshimitsu starting to regain a little bit of ground, as I had previously suggested as possible. Let's see, I don't think there was anything there that he could have done. Maybe something very tricky, but that does give him an opportunity to re-raise the stack. Gonna go for the purples, greens, then reds. Interesting choice to make a combo there. Oh! Okay. Okay, I see you. Wow. All right. That I feel like even though he gets these chain extensions, he also burns a lot of block when he does that. When he makes a 3 combo just to extend the chain, like when he makes a 3 combo somewhere else to bring a block into a better position to extend the chain. I'm not sure if you might be better off trying to expand it into a combo or some sort, or save it for the next chain maybe. I guess Cards of the Heart would be the one to answer that question, but it's just something that I noticed that Yoshi does thanks to his speed, but also perhaps might not be the ideal way to do it as well. And looks like Cards of the Heart does finish off that Ghastly, and just as Yoshimidtsu is entering into it. And let's see, purple next. Oh, it looked like Yoshi almost forgot to do that. Save the greens there. Interesting. You see, so like that 4 combo on the left. Like, obviously, I'm being a little nitpicky here, but I don't think it was absolutely necessary from Yoshi's side. But actually, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, HPs are very similar going into this stage now as well. Oh, that was a quick combo, and actually 37-second Ghastly. That's really good, and you have to feel that Yoshi is starting to chip away at that lead that Cards of the Heart has. I mean, naturally each stage is going to take a little bit longer than the previous, or should be roughly the same or just a little bit longer. So it makes sense for a lead to slowly disappear, even if both players finish at the same time. But it's now sizably less than a full stage difference between the two of them, I think. And even though, but it should be said that we're also we're like at the 1/3 of the way mark, I think, or roughly there. So there is still a while to catch up, but that clock is ticking. And although, again, we've seen the wild Hitmontops, we've seen the crazy Dragonites, so it's anyone's guess. Having a lead is nice, but it's definitely not a guaranteed win from this point onwards. That's the nature of this game. And I thought for a second that Yoshi might have Yoshi'd himself again, but it looks like it turned out just fine with the blue clear on the left. Meanwhile, Cards eating a lot of combos on his side, but it looks like this should be enough, and he's gonna actually extend his lead a little bit on this stage, I think. Yeah, he is. Finishing up 10 seconds ahead of the Steelix from Yoshimidtsu, and maintaining that lead going into the last stages could make the difference. I mean, if you can survive for one extra heal, I mean, if you can afford one extra heal from a Dragonite, that could make all the difference. It gives you a better chance of not losing because of a heal. Let's put it that way. And I mean, there's also Crobat. We've learned that Crobat could be a pain from Yoshi's side. And well, I'm not going to talk about the future now. Let's talk about the present. Cards of the Heart is halfway through this seal right now. I think he will be able to kill him with this next chain. Yeah, he absolutely should be able to. There's not much left in it. And don't think he wanted that, really. Okay, that 3-chain, the 4-chain should be enough. Oh, but the heal! That's why, I think that might be why he extended it a little bit. Oh. Okay, yeah, that was a dangerous moment. I thought that he might mess it up. But no, Cards of the Heart staying cool, calm, and collected. Manages to find the clear there despite the heal. And now the lead is... Actually, the lead has remained about the same. They started the stage... I mean, Yoshi's starting the stage as Cards of the Heart is exiting it. So... nothing drastic happening there, but he is halfway through the steal already at a much earlier time than Cards was, from my recollection. And Cards, in the meantime, it looks like he fumbled that opening block a little bit. He's going to try to go for a re-raise before the blocks fall down, but it looks like it's going to work out either way. And no, yeah, he doesn't have much to continue with here. It's definitely like stunting his growth. That's already his second chain chain start attempt. This would be the third, I think. So definitely not ideal for him here. And he's now in the dangerous zone of healing. Now, he did start off with a decent amount of combos here. He needs to find a chain quickly. Does not find one, unfortunately. And that's not going to be enough, actually. Oh, it is going to be enough. Okay. And he's extending that lead again. Yoshi, a little bit uncharacteristic of him, I think. Well, that's not fair to say. He has been finishing individual stages later than Cards consistently for this game, at least. But prior to that, he was consistently finishing stages quicker than Cards, except for like one big mess up or one big death. So, in some sense, it was actually the reverse of the tortoise and the hare. Or, no, it was definitely still the hare. The tortoise would, being Mr. Cards of the Heart here, who would get consistent times on his stages, whereas Yoshi might trip and fall a couple of times during a series. And looks like, speaking of tripping and falling, Cards of the Heart having to reset on that Jinx right there. It looks like he ran out of block. I wasn't paying attention too closely, I'm sorry. But he is going to get another shot at it, but that is going to hurt his lead dramatically. He's now just about 15 seconds or so ahead of Yoshimidtsu, and just like that, the lead has been diminished. But this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Like, you know, if you can afford to have one heal or one messed up stage, I mean, you might not know it in the moment, but it's certainly better than not having that kind of lead going into it. And looks like Cards. Will he be able to finish it off with this chain? No, I think he's... Oh, okay, that was an interesting find there with the greens there for the 5 chain, but it's not... Oh, it is going to be enough. With the combo, perhaps, killing that last sliver, and that's a really good time for a Jinx. Let's see if Yoshi can keep up with that time. It was 43 seconds, I believe. Yoshi himself is now at a 37. Oh, it looks like he is building up to it. I think that it is possible, but he's not going to get it there. Maybe with this combo? No, the combo's not going to do it either. And he's in that dangerous zone now. He is in that dangerous spot. I would just make combos galore, and yeah, he makes it out in 54. But that actually expands the lead again. And now we're in stage 10. I mean, there's not much left right now. Not much ground for Yoshi to start to really catch up on. He would have to wait for Cards to make another mistake. But as we've seen so far, Cards makes, on average, fewer mistakes, I think, than Yoshi has, in terms of at least spacing out health, you know, leaving yourself enough block to work with. It seems like Cards is more consistent in that regard. And he is in that dangerous zone now against this Crobat, but that should definitely do it. Yeah, he should let it rock. He is going to let it rock. He's going to go, he'll set up the 8 combo, but he doesn't need it. 1 minute time on that Crobat. Very nicely done. And now we're going into Hitmontop, everyone's least favorite Pokemon, or almost everyone's, I'm guessing. And as we've seen earlier, there's definitely potential for drama here, so let's keep a close eye. Oh, I say that, but Crobat might actually be Yoshimitsu's greatest nemesis in this whole series, because he just had to reset again. He did not leave himself enough block after that. And he actually, I don't think he waited to see how much damage was done to Crobat before doing so, but I might be mistaken on that. Anyway, let's focus on this Hitmontop for now, though, because, like I said, this is where the drama could be. Nice extension there. Gonna go for the reds, maybe? No, he's gonna save the block. Interesting. Oh, yeah, he's gonna... This is what I'm talking about. He's definitely measuring the health out very nicely. Definitely developed a really good sense for exactly how much to do, and he's gonna try to hope to go for most of the damage now. I don't think that's gonna do... That's not gonna be enough, though, and he's actually in a dangerous position now. It really depends so much on what the Pokemon drops on you, what the opposing Pokemon drops on you, I think. Because now Cards is again in that kind of unfavorable position where he could get healed on easily. I mean, again, he is working with a significant lead. Relatively significant lead, but that's only depending on the compliance. And no, there we go, there's the heal from Hitmontop. Hitmontop is going to prove a thorn in Cards of the Heart side once more. Let's take a quick peek at Yoshi. Yoshi looks like he's handling that Crobat fine, but there might be another heal. No, he misses the frame perfect trick, and there was another heal. I just jinxed him. I'm so sorry, Yoshi, if you ever watch this. That was fully my bad. Now, the important thing here is, yep, there we go, the extension on the clear for the chain. Now let's go look back over to Heart. He is, again, at that same sliver of health, And again, he gets healed. Every time I look over there, it's another heal. Oh, man. And, well, now there goes that lead. Again, I said it's nice to have that lead because if you start getting into this healing cycle, you can maintain it. And, I mean, good job to Yoshimidtsu for making it back from that first failed run at Crobat. But it is now only 2 stages left for Cards of the Heart as he enters Murkrow. I think that was an 8 combo to start, followed by a 5. Did not want that, I'm assuming, and misses the frame perfect on the clear. That's not a great start for Cards of the Heart there. Doesn't have much to follow up with there as well. Maybe could have gone for the horizontal yellows, but it was a little complicated. And let's see. Here we go. Nice setup for the 6 combo there. Gonna go. Ooh, okay, interesting. He decided to raise the stack one shot. Oh, whenever I say interesting, and I think that maybe that wasn't like why did he stop? Then I look at their health and I see, yeah, that was a good time to stop. But speaking of a good time to stop, 48-second Hitmontop. That is an absurd time for Yoshi, and Yoshi now very close to almost bringing it back at the last lap of the race. It all depends on how this Murkrow is going to go. It is that healing percent for Cards. He does have a decent amount of stack to work with, so and there's the heal right there. Cards still going to have the lead after that first chain from Yoshi, but it's not a significant lead, and it's definitely not going to feel good mentally, I think, as well. So, let's see. This is... Oh, managed to bring it there in time. Oh! Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh, man. I almost swallowed my tongue or something, because I thought that he didn't have a clear again. And this is... He's still at healing percent. Yoshi is almost there already. He's at 40-ish%. Yoshi might actually be in danger of getting healed on soon as well. And Cards needs to finish this out soon if he wants to maintain this lead. Because this 10 is I think it's almost definitely going to do it. And there we go. 56-second Murkrow. In the last lap, Yoshimidtsu takes the lead. And Cards is still working on that Murkrow. He has to be hating at this Murkrow right now. And there we go. He finally gets it in 2 minutes, 1 second. There's going to be about a 10 to 15 second difference between them going into this Dragonite. It's down to the wire, folks. This is match point. If Yoshi wins this, he gets another chance at life. If Cards wins this, he wins the whole shebang. And let's see how he starts off here. Decent start here, but Yoshi's start has been good as well. Cards using good timing there. And decides to save himself a clear. Nice play. But Yoshi is already lowered Dragonite to the 40%. I think this is heal area right now. It's all going to come down to whether or not this Dragonite decides to heal on Yoshimidtsu right here. We're going to see what kind of game we get going forward. You can't increase the speed at which you clear really all that much when you're in the garbage clear mode, so this is the most dangerous time for healing to happen, I believe. And 10 combo, 11 chain, 12 chain, oh, that 12 was 13, that 13 is going to be enough to do it, I think. And there it is. Yoshimidtsu pulls off an incredible comeback victory, bring it to 3-2 in Cards' favor. Jeez, what a comeback. I was... For the past couple of stages, I kept thinking to myself, like, yeah, it's not happening. It's, it's kind of there, not really. And then, like, okay, it's still in favor of Cards. And then, in the end, he made it. I mean, he managed to get it done. Same minute for Cards and Yoshi. Cards just now realizing that Yoshi finished maybe a couple seconds before him. So. Definitely. Well, actually, like about 25 seconds, but still within the same minute. And now guess we're gearing up to go for the next game. Card saying reverse sweep incoming, and Yoshi saying at least I didn't throw 4 games in a row. WTF? Both very true, or very possible. How should I say? Comically possible. Alright, so Yoshi says he'll be a minute, and we'll be a minute as well then. So, I'll be right back. Enjoy. And we're back. Both players seem to be ready to begin soon. And we're going into game 5 of this series. Will the 2-4, 4-2 score that George predicted become true? Will Yoschimidtsu make Cards of the Heart's prediction of a reverse sweep of reality? Stay tuned and find out. I mean, this has been a nail-biter so far in so many different ways. I'm glued to this. I would be glued to this even if I wasn't commentating it. And now, both players are about to begin. There we go, Cards of the Heart a little bit quicker off the mark again. And let's take a look at how he's doing. Starting a nice time lag chain there. Following it up with the greens there. Nice awareness there. 4 combo to keep it going. And leaves himself plenty to work with as well. Very nicely done by Cards. Yoshi looks like he did something very similar, about the same amount of health left after his initial chain as well. Left himself plenty to work with there as well. Going for a second chain there. I mean, a third chain now. And this one should be enough to do it. Relying almost entirely on his extant pieces instead of relying on the garbage clear. And that's actually going to give him a fairly good lead against Cards. Looks like maybe Cards had a heal on him, but no, never mind. He's on like an 11 chain. He's looking to finish it off with the second chain as well. And that combo should be enough to do it. Pidgey was left at a sliver. But the 37-second Pidgey from Yoshi there was definitely the superior play. About a 10-second lead going into this Kakuna, and so many combos. The whole entire screen just blowing up in colors. Just rainbow vomit all over my screen. And Cards of the Heart looks like he's gonna get a decent starting chain as well. Interesting choice there not to go for the blues one, for the purples as well. I guess is to extend it vertically. And he's gonna lower Kakuna to about the same place that Yoshi has him at right now, but massive combos again from Yoshi. This chain is going to keep going, and you have to think that it's going to be enough. You have to hope that it's going to be enough. Yoshi this time saves the green just in case, but it is going to be enough with the 6 combo as well. At the same time, though, Cards almost there as well. That 6 combo should be doing it as well for this Kakuna. Yes, very nicely done there, and we're neck and neck yet again. Nice 6 combo there from Yoshi. Nice time lag chain there. Continuing the chain and throwing in some combos along the way on the side. Is not going to be able to keep it up with a clear though. Sorry, that didn't make sense. I thought that he might be able to clear and keep chaining at the same time, but he didn't because the block hadn't fallen yet. So, moving onwards, Cards actually seems like he had a little bit of more of a rough start than Yoshi might have. No, they're at roughly the same amount of HP right now. That was a great timing from Yoshi there to throw in that yellow. And Cards, looks like he got a little confused with the purple blocks there. And Yoshi barely squeezed it out past Clefairy with very little block left in it. And Cards, looks like he's setting up for a nice 6 combo with the steals or the exclamation points, however you want to call them. And that should be enough with this chain and 2 combo and 4 combo and 6 combo, yes. 2 chain, 4 combo, 6 combo was enough to do it. And slightly greater lead now for Yoshi. Those blues may be probably unintentional there. He is going to use the 7 combo. Now, 7 combo is generally not that great in competitive play or in other iterations of the series like in Pokemon Puzzle League, but in this game, they're just as good. Well, they're better than 6s, not as good as 8s, but definitely not nearly as detested as they are in the Pokemon Puzzle League or other similar series where you have an opponent's like actual block available and not a health bar. That's because a 7 combo usually falls down in the form of a solid 6 block line, which is equivalent to a 2 chain, but you burn so much more block doing it. But in this game, where it's based on HP, it doesn't have the disadvantage of being just a solid line that is easy to clear. And as I was talking, that gas leak goes down, but it looks like the gas leak from Cards of the Heart should go down very soon as well. I would be surprised if he doesn't let it run now. And there we go, that's the combo right there, and that gas leak is going to go down as well. Might have cut down on that lead just a little bit. No, roughly around the same from before. Nice time lag chain there from Yoshimidtsu, who's going to get it to an 8 with a decent amount of combos. Drops Steelix down to about 50%, which is kind of where you want it to be. He's going to let it go down just a little bit more before raising. I'm not sure why he didn't raise immediately. Kind of let Steelix drop some garbage on, but maybe that's part of the strategy. I'm not good enough to know for sure. And meanwhile, Cards also lowered the Steelix to around 50%, and he's going to be continuing with a decent chain of his own here. Oh, is he going to go for all the marbles here? Okay, no, he saved himself that clear. Very nicely done. Good awareness to make that happen. Has a little bit of room to raise, but... Yep, and he should be able to finish it off soon unless the heal happens. And meanwhile, Yoshi finishes off at 48 seconds. Let's see how long it takes Cards. 45, so shaves about 3 seconds off of that. And that Primate just dropped a lot on Yoshi, it seems like. Maybe it might have been combos, I wasn't too sure. Okay, no, it was a chain. Because if it was combos, we've already seen what happens when it's very chain heavy. You can't raise your stack enough, you're kind of forced to play in a very low stack environment, and Yoshi has so far not been the most consistent in that kind of situation. And in fact, it's not good for almost anyone to be in that situation because you just can't generate enough damage. It takes so long for the garbage clear animation to go through. Healing is more likely. So it's good that he managed to avoid that. And he's now working on a chain that he hopes, ooh, with that 10 and 11 with a 6 combo in it, should be enough. Yeah, and he's very happy that it is because that Primate would have been the cursed Primate yet again. And I think that was a 50 second and 51 seconds for Cards of the Heart. So losing a second there, still very much neck and neck. Still two very evenly matched competitors here. Interesting choice there from Yoshi to go for the fires there, moving the blues around to get away from it. Saving that, going for the double. And nice opening chain there. Let's look at what Cards is working on. Cards is working on a 6. Is going to be purple next, then red, green. Okay. He's going to use the greens as a 6 combo instead of chaining it. Save himself a little bit of time. Oh my goodness, Seal just did a 10 chain on Yoshi. That would have taken forever to clear. So fortunate that he was able to finish him off in 42 seconds when he did. Speaking of 42 seconds, looking at Cards' screen, I don't think he'll be able to rival that time or keep up with something similar this time around. Is at 48 seconds, he is still pretty low. And okay, actually the combos really did it there. So that makes him lose about 9 seconds, but still very, very close. We've seen leads much greater than that disappear at the snap of a finger, really, throughout this series. Alright. So 8 chain extended. Oh man, this is gonna go for a while, isn't it? Yeah, this is a beautiful chain from Yoshi. And okay, like, see, that's where I kind of start doubting that maybe that was a mistake. And yeah, it absolutely was. He could have easily saved himself that time. And now this is the break that Cards of the Heart maybe was looking for. I'm surprised Yoshi took a big risk like that when it's match point for him right now. Like, even if I was confident that would kill, I still wouldn't do it, I think. He had all the time in the world to go for another one. But it looks like he's going to make up for lost time here. I mean, Cards of the Heart, in the meantime, he does manage to clear out that Dragon Air very quickly. 47 seconds there, and he's going to take the lead now. He's up about half a stage. And if Yoshi loses this series because of that, I feel like he's going to have to be kicking himself. You have to give props to Hearts for his awareness, for his knowledge of the HP bars, of knowing exactly how much to do. And this time, Yoshi didn't have the opportunity to bury himself, but I feel like he might like there was a possibility that he would have if he could have. Like that was exactly the same scenario he was in the previous series, previous game, but he does manage to close it out, and yep, that same half a stage difference is going to carry over into Jinx now. And actually, Cards of the Heart is doing a fair amount of damage. This is again though the dangerous point, and wow, what a combo in the middle of that chain. Jeez, so combo heavy Cards of the Heart is. This is exactly as he predicted going into this. He said he's not faster, but he expects to see a lot of combos. And I think we might be having some technical difficulties, but no, it's fine. And Cards of the Heart is... Oh, I'm sorry, my thing desync for a second. Give me 1 moment. Alright, that's it. We're perfect. Cards of the Heart is at Crobat. And, he... Oh. Come on. Is this Cards Internet doing this to us? Because I have to feel like it might be Cards Internet.
It should be fine again.
Okay, looks like it's good now, yep. But now we're gonna have to pause the other one. And there we go. So, for some reason, it looks like maybe Yoshi is struggling a little bit with that Jinx, but it cleared up nicely in the end. And Cards of the Heart, full 45 seconds now in the lead after that one mistake from Yoshi on Dragonair. But again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, we've seen leads like this disappear in a flash. We've seen major comebacks from a major comeback from Yoshimidtsu in that scenario, and Cards gets a 59-second Crobat of his own, mirroring the Jinx from Yoshi, which indicates a decent pace. And he's going into the infamous Hitmontop. Yoshi does not get that clear, unfortunately, with the float. But he should be able to finish off this Crobat with the next one, unless there's going to be a heal going on. Heal is definitely a possibility here, but there's not that much garbage left, so maybe he'll be able to finish it off with this next series of garbage. Yeah, he needs to make this happen. No, that's not going to be enough. Yoshi's in trouble. Yep, and there's the heal, right on cue. Yoshi is going to lose some time for this. I mean, there is going to be a fat combo there, but that's not going to be enough itself. He needs to set up some more. I would maybe go horizontal yellows on the second tier there. No, he's going to save it for the clear. 6 combo clear is going to do it. He could have lost so much more time there. But he did a good job cleaning up after a slight heal, and even though the lead has increased for Cards of the Heart, it's still not insurmountable, as we've learned. You would think that it is, but it's not. And that 11 is going to do it for Hitmontop. That's a very clean Hitmontop. Not really as good as Yoshi's. I think it was like 48 seconds last game, but it's still a very competitive time. And now he's going into the penultimate stage with a fair lead. Now the question is, will Yoshi be able to bring it back again? Will there be more Dragonite shenanigans? We still have to find that out. And Cards of the Heart dropping a decent amount of garbage there. Let's see how low it'll go. About only around 30%. That's not bad. He might be going for a 3-chain kill here. Although now that I'm looking at it, that is no, it's not gonna be enough to finish Murkrow with the amount of garbage that Murkrow dropped here. And 54-second Hitmontop for Yoshimidtsu here. So that's really competitive, very strong time, and now they're finally on the same stage once again. That lead starting to diminish slightly, and this is also, again, keep in mind, healing range for Murkrow. There should be a decent amount of garbage here, but no, he doesn't. He does find a chain, very nicely done. He doesn't decide to commit for the purples. Probably should have, to be honest with you. The 6 combo, is it gonna be enough though? Yes, it is. Going into Dragonite, maybe about 40-50 seconds ahead of Yoshimidtsu here. Will it be enough to make a difference? All right, let's see the starting block on this Dragonite. Keep in mind, this is match point. Interesting choice to go for horizontals there. Goes for a decent horizontal there. Oh, that was a little bit too complicated. Oh, but he saves it. Very nice. Okay. I'm curious about that blue choice. I think purple might have been better, but he probably is going for 3 chains instead of 2. So wise decision on Dragonite. Meanwhile, looking at the Murkrow on the left, we see that it is at heal percentage 1 minute into it. Let's see, is the heal gonna happen? Is this chain going to be 6 chain with a 9 combo? Almost should be enough, you have to think. He's gonna hope that it is. And it isn't. He needs a combo, and there's the heal! That's a huge turnaround right there. Oh, it was just a sliver. Meanwhile, the Dragonite, the battle continues. I don't think there's been a heal yet, but it's definitely in the cards right now. Sorry for the pun, but I think this chain's gonna do it. This 4 chain should be enough. He's gonna save the space, and that's it. Cards of the Heart. He takes it. It takes it 4-2. Oof. Jeez. What a game. What a series from Cards of the Heart and Yoshimidtsu. I mean, after the 3-0 in the winners finals, we can say that it is an upset, but still, like, it wasn't that much of an upset, and it was incredible to see the player with more knowledge and less hand speed, more board awareness, close this one out. And Yoshi, I mean, it looks like he's gonna run this through. I mean, might as well. He played so well this whole time. There's just the little things. I feel like the thinking that what was a Crobat would be like, you know, like had one less sliver of health. You know, thinking that he would be doing 39% damage and not 37, leaving that 2%, causing such a dramatic rift in how much HP was left in the end, and how much time is going to be available to him, like, after a mistake of that nature. You have to feel for the man, because he started off the series with an advantage, and it should be noted. I think this is an interesting point, but after beating Cards 3-0 in the winners finals and losing to him in the grand finals 4-1, well, yeah, I mean, he gained the 1 game advantage, but that was given to him for free. Their head-to-head technically is at 4-4 right now, isn't it? So that just speaks to how evenly matched these two competitors are over a longer duration. And it looks like Yoshi is just having fun now. 18 chain, 19 chain, 20 chain. Yes, 21. Oh, that was sexy. Okay. Anyone who stopped paying attention at that point. 22. Jeez, yeah, that's going to be enough. Wait. No. Jeez. Okay. Well, at least we got to see a 22 today. And GGs are being said in the chat right now between Yoshimidtsu, Cards, George. It's been an absolute pleasure watching the series. I hope the people in the chat agree. We were definitely privileged to watch that display of skill. Different skills from different players, different play styles, different chaining and comboing abilities. It was fantastic. And now we have Cards of the Heart joining the chat. Tell us how you feel.
I'm not sure how that worked. I was saying before the match that I was going to have to play clean, because I know how consistent Yoshi tends to be. I was thinking mid-15s, low 16s was going to be enough, and I think by my own standards, I only turned in like 2 clean runs the entire set. I would say so. I think game 3 and this last game 5 were the only clean ones. And when I say clean, I mean I was trying to keep these opponents from healing on me, because those heals they cost like 10, 15, 20 seconds at a time if you only give up 1 heal. But as low as you get these opponents, sometimes 1 heal can turn into 2, can turn into 3. So it really adds up fast. So my entire objective was just to keep these opponents from healing as much as I possibly could, and I think I only did that twice. I'm still not sure what happened the other times to allow that to happen, but Yeah, I will have to see it later. Yoshi was a very worthy opponent and definitely pushed me to my absolute limits. So, congratulations to him for putting on a very phenomenal show throughout.
Yep. It was absolutely incredible. It's probably some of the most fun I've had playing this game. Period. This whole series just blew me away. The fact that you both play so differently, that you have different strengths, and I feel like you say that Yoshi plays very consistently, and I have to agree with you. But I feel like you have a more consistent understanding of how much damage you're going to do to your opponent, how much life to leave, and thus minimizing what you said about the healing. I feel like, at least in this series, you demonstrated that regularly. So do you think that it's more important to know those things, know the math kind of behind it, have a good feel for how much damage to do, or is it more important to be able to make those crazy chains and combos and time lags and make those crazy frame perfect switches like Yoshi does? Now that you guys are 4-4 head to head, if you think about it that way, which one do you think is something that would you trade with him, your abilities?
That's tough, because man, I want to say we both have very similar field vision in our ability to see various combos within our chains to minimize the size of the chains that we need to win. But knowing the math, knowing how much it takes to beat each of these opponents, knowing when these foes can heal and how long these foes are attacking. There's a lot more innate knowledge to this compared to Pokemon Puzzle League, which I know you're way more familiar with, Shane.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a different skill set to it that I think does a much better job of challenging my brain to actually think more. Which Puzzle League, it's more or less spray and pray. You throw down the big chains, and you can kind of keep an eye on what your opponent's doing, but you're mostly hoping that you sent your attack at the right time.
Mm-hmm. It feels less scientific, right?
Much less so, and there's still room. There's still room for someone to come in and extract the science from the internal memory within that game and figure out how to work through it better. But yeah, we know a lot more about this game, and I'd like to think that I managed to execute a bit of it a bit better in this match.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess the answer then is you and Yoshi have to do a fusion dance, and then you guys would be unbeatable, right? But
I definitely would want Yoshi's cursor speed for sure. But man, overall, it's really tough to say who I would want to be in the shoes of more.
All right. Well, I won't pressure you for an answer then. So, I mean, I asked you how you feel, but I think it's about time that I say congratulations for winning. You shared your congratulations with Yoshimidtsu. Congratulations to you for winning the tournament. I know that you worked really hard this week in order to get yourself into the form that you've demonstrated. I can only imagine how difficult it must have been coming back from a 3-0 in the winners finals. And I was kind of thinking about like how you felt after the first game in this series, knowing that Yoshi had messed up so badly that he forfeited. Like, did that put you in a weird mental space at all? Like, did you worry about it?
I'm not gonna lie, and I'd be lying to you if I said that the thought did not cross my mind as to what was going on with Yoshi. I know Yoshi can occasionally get runs into the 16 to 17 minute range, so I thought in the back of my mind there would be a possible lucky race where I'm not at my 100% best, but Yoshi has that one one unfortunate run that gives me the opening to step in and win. But the things that it sounds like from our private chats, the things that were happening to Yoshi were just completely off the wall and abnormal.
It was crazy.
It happens to everybody. That's the biggest takeaway from this match. That kind of thing happens to every single person that plays this game. So don't let the numbers and all of the big chains that you need to make to win on a consistent basis discourage you from playing this game, because I think this very well could be the most skill-intensive speed run in this entire series. Like, you can apply a much higher skill ceiling.
Really?
To this game compared to everything else.
It's a really interesting take. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything you want to say to the people watching? Anything you want to commit to history in the VOD?
As we do wrap this up, I do want to thank everyone that was able to take part in this tournament, and also a big thanks to the people that were able to help out with the tournament, such as Razorflame Kun, Shadowhead91, Tayman, The Infinite Chain, FFR Pro 21, BB Forky. I'm sure I'm forgetting several names in there, but there were plenty of people that stepped in to help give you these matches, and several of them we were able to give you in real time, which was a treat, because not gonna lie, the staffing towards the end felt a little thin. So I was sweating it a little bit that we were gonna be able to bring you these final matches, especially as I was participating in all those final matches. But then at the last minute, I had to give my special thanks to George. George stepped in as an emergency restreamer at the last minute for our final rounds, and we were. I am like more than infinitely grateful for.
No problem.
His presence.
Absolutely no problem. It's been a blast. It's been heart attacks. So I do gotta say, bad round. I believe it was round 2. That was heart attack. It doesn't help that it's like 3 a.m. here currently, and to stay awake I'm also drinking a little bit of caffeine. That doesn't help either. But man, bad round. Okay, so just for full transparency here, I am like a variety like restreamer in general. Like, if people need a restreamer, I'll help them. And I saw this ping here. I've only been in this Discord. Believe it or not, I've been in this Discord because this has been one of the only Discords I've shared with Cards back in the past. And me and Cards, we mod together. We played, not anymore.
I'll get back to it.
Yeah, Beyblade G Revolution. And then, and then I got everyone
you think
ping.
These games are RNG. Just
and
the
then,
music is random in that game. The music is random in Beyblade G Revolution.
Oh yeah, and you can save like 3 or 4 minutes every fight. Like, imagine your Dragonite going between like, not between like 1 or 3 minutes, but more like between like 0 seconds and 5 minutes. And the 0 seconds is like a 1% chance, by the way. It's great. But enough talk about that. Yeah, never did much with Tetris, but man, this tournament, it's been a blast. Like, I am actually starting to play like what's it called, Jetris, and trying to like get into this thing now, just purely because of this tournament. Now, because this tournament was just a blast to restream, to watch the like hear the amazing commentary from like all of our commentators here. And I gotta say, an absolute like thanks to the Infinite Chain. You absolutely nailed it on commentary on Grand Finals. Like, this was esports level professional casting here, not going to lie.
Nah, you're saying too much, man. That's definitely overstating the facts. I do appreciate your thanks and the thanks from Cards as well. I want to extend thanks to Cards for organizing this tournament and to everyone who participated as well. I mean, without Cards, this thing wouldn't have been real. So it's only fitting that we get to talk to you now and crown you as champion of the tournament that you yourself helped set up. So I'm
that's
Scripted.
crazy.
Kappa.
Wait a minute.
Kappa.
So, yeah.
Well, I hope
Hold
this
up.
Is, I hope this is not the first tournament that this is not the last tournament that I get to organize here for Puzzle General, because next year our annual Puzzle League Speedrun tournament will be the game that founded this community in the first place, Pokemon Puzzle League, and we actually put it off a year so that way we could have it on the game's 20th anniversary. So I'm hoping that we get a huge turnout for that tournament. If you saw this gameplay and got inspired to play, then you should start now, train, and join us for the next Puzzle General tournament in about 10 months from now. I hope to open up signups for that in August and start that tournament in September. It's gonna be loads of fun. That's an even more random game than this one was. So a lot more people should have a chance to do some nice things in that tournament. So, Shane, any final thoughts on this match, this tournament, how everything went?
I mean, first of all, that Pokemon Puzzle League tournament, I'm hyped for it. I'm gonna be there. Now, thoughts for this tournament to wrap things up. I mean, some fantastic games. I don't think I've ever seen Yoshimidtsu participate in tournaments like this. I know he's active on the 1v1 panel attack ladder, and it was so crazy to watch him like play so well in a new environment, but at the same time really appreciate the different skills that go into being good at this game. As you said earlier, when you first introduced yourself into this round, you know, when you were talking about how you're going to play, the combos that you're going to be using. Obviously, he uses combos too, but your combo play was really consistent and crazy. And just seeing the diverse skill sets, the different approaches to the game that different players have, you would think that match 3 would be very simple, you know, very linear, you know, like there's not that much personality that can shine through it. But what this tournament has proven in, perhaps even more than some of the previous tournaments, is that its personality comes out through the keys, through the buttons, through the screen. And it was just fantastic keeping track of this tournament, following it, and especially these finals were just an absolute blast. So thank you again for having me. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add to that.
Speaking of
wonderful.
speaking of keeping track of the tournament, should we have a little flashback about the bracket? We just talk about like the past matches, how like all the finals participants, you know, Cards and Yoshi got over, you know, to their spot. Should we do that?
I don't know. I'm kind of wiped. I'm kind of looking to,
That's understandable.
sit down and take a break for once. But I will go ahead and echo the sentiment about Yoshimidtsu, a very, very great competitor, as he showed once again. He did qualify for the final bracket of the Tetris Attack tournament last year, but had to drop out due to personal issues. So to see him in a game that's not entirely his forte, he does play a lot more Tetris Attack. It has just about all the world records in Tetris Attack, and it was nice to actually see him see a tournament through to its conclusion. We really got to see the best of the best at the very end here. So I thank you all for watching, and follow us on Twitch and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTubes. I will be trying to push out the highlights of all of the matches starting next week. So I'll see what I can do on that front. That's basically all I've got left to take care of for this tournament, and join us on Discord if you want to get with us and other people that enjoy puzzle games as much as we do. So, for the Infinite Chain, for George, and for everyone at Puzzle General, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone.
Take care, everybody.